Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Life After Kids with Doctors Brooke and Lynne. I'm Dr. Brooke.
And I'm Dr. Lynne.
And we're so glad you're here.
Welcome, everyone. Today we're talking about beauty, which is our fourth pillar.
Yep.
And beauty there's twofold to that. It's inner beauty.
Yeah.
But today we're talking about the outer because as we age, we are, at least I am, more concerned with that. And
Me too.
Skin and hair and how we can take care of things in that area as we age.
Absolutely. So we're talking about our face today, right?
We are. We're going to stick to the skin and the face because obviously there's a lot to be said about that.
A lot to be said, and to each their own. We all have to celebrate each other, but for me, I'm not trying to necessarily really change the way I look, but just to slow down the aging process and also just look my best.
Enhance
day to
what's
day.
already there, so to speak.
Yes, I love that.
And I do love how you've said it's okay to want to slow down the aging process.
Yeah.
We do not want to age faster than our years. And obviously our lifestyle and our diet and hydration and sun, all of those factors will possibly age our skin faster than we would like it to. But there are some things that you do. Talk about that.
Yeah, so I kind of, there are multiple things that I do, but from a more proactive standpoint, meaning things that you can do beforehand, and also probably not necessarily applying right to the face, but things that you can do, take and things like that to help your skin. Because, let's face it, the things that we put in our mouths that go into our body are, even when it comes to our skin and our fine lines and our wrinkles, are just as important as the products that we put on our face. So that's something I think to remember, and maybe something that's missed. We think about eating when it comes to our weight and maybe when our digestion and things that are more obvious, but we maybe don't necessarily think about what that does to our face and our skin.
That's great. So being proactive and taking care of it before it becomes an issue.
Yes, absolutely. So there's a couple of things that I really like. Number one, this is such a simple tip, and I've talked about it before, and you just mentioned it, but staying hydrated. And that's just even a long-term thing, but just day to day. Like there are days if you've had a couple of drinks or you've been traveling, you wake up and you're a little more puffy, particularly around the eyes, or you're seeing more fine lines, the dark circles. Often that's because, well, obviously it could be from little sleep, but often it's from dehydration. And so obviously staying hydrated and drinking enough water is super important. But beyond that, I take electrolytes. Great. So I put an electrolyte powder in. I have a big water bottle that I keep, like a big Yeti, just because it's easy to carry, ready to handle. I do. You see me. I travel with it.
It's great.
Well, and it keeps me from all the plastic bottles too, and I can fill it up at the airport. But I have a packet of electrolytes. I like LMNT, and it's a little bit sweet too, so it's like you're having a little something throughout the day. And I just sip on it all day long. Yeah, depending on what you get. My favorite's the raspberry salt, but citrus salt is really good, and I think there's a lemon. So anyway, that's one tip, and I think that's been huge for me because I only started doing that in the last probably 2 or 3 months based on recommendation from my functional medicine doctor, and I think that it's really helped my complexion too.
I would agree. I've noticed that with my skin, and again, it's one of those just so darn obviously simple.
Yeah.
But I believe those things, I really do. The older I get, those are the most important.
They
if
are.
you just come back to the fundamentals.
Absolutely.
We would get so much, change.
Yeah, right.
Just
it's little things.
Into that.
Yeah,
exactly.
And if you don't know about, I think most of us probably do know because water's a hot topic. But if you don't know how much you should be drinking, it's like half your body weight in ounces at a minimum.
That's great.
But you can do more than that too. So keep that in mind. And then 2 other just quick things is collagen and bone broth. And there's collagen in bone broth, so either way. But I have a bone broth pretty much every single morning. I have a cup of bone broth. And that's got lots of it's hydrating, lots of great minerals, and some collagen to support your hair, skin, nails, and teeth. And you can make bone broth, but you can also buy it and fairly reasonable now because even Trader Joe's sells it.
Really accessible.
Yeah, very accessible, easy to find. I buy packages that are about this size that are frozen and pull them out when I need them.
Great.
It's just easier for my lifestyle than to try to cook it all the time, but you can make it and freeze it too.
You mentioned collagen. So collagen is a connective tissue. It's a part of our soft tissue, and it's what forms the framework for healthy skin and tissue underneath in our skin.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. And so you can get, you can also take a collagen supplement. You can take it in pill form. I do powder because it's cheaper and it goes further. And if you don't know about collagen powder, it's flavorless and it completely dissolves in a hot beverage. So you can put that in your cup of coffee, hot tea in the morning, and you don't taste it, and you're getting some protein.
Right.
And you're getting something to support your skin. If you don't do it in a hot beverage, you can put it, I know you like it in a smoothie.
I put it in my oatmeal.
In your oatmeal, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a nice way, like, especially, and we were just talking about this is a little off topic of beauty, but, you know, if you're having a bowl of oatmeal, you can pop some collagen powder in, and now you're getting protein too, which will sustain you and satiate you longer.
Carbs on their own. I always combine it with protein.
Yeah, so those are my tips.
Yeah, great. So for me, I do those things as well, but I like to take it one step further, and I am, you might say, a little bit more reactive with my skin. So I've had some skin damage. I'm, again, noticing, like many of you, some of the fine lines and the wrinkles, and especially when you smile and see yourself smiling and expressive in pictures. So I see a board certified dermatologist who is local, and she's fairly, I would say, natural minded, which I appreciate. And she doesn't do anything. My favorite procedures for her are things that stay topical. Okay. So it's more or less enhancing and brightening the skin. So there would be two things that I have done with her that I would recommend. And the first would be, it's called an intense pulsed laser facial. They're also known as IPLs.
Okay.
And they're like laser facials. I've read about celebrities doing it. I thought that was kind of cool. That wasn't the reason I did it, but in case some of you are interested in that. And basically it feels like a snapping rubber band, but the light goes deep into the skin to help the skin stimulate some of the collagen repair. So when you drink the collagen, you put the basic building blocks rather for the collagen into your body. And then when you stimulate with procedures like that, you're going to just bump the body along and making more of that collagen, which helps keep our skin more smooth and full.
Yeah. How does that feel? That doesn't sound, I've not tried it, and you've described it. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that.
It's not my favorite. There is a little bit of pain with that, but there is no downtime.
But how long does it last?
I would say it's not an instant change.
No, I mean, how long is the procedure?
The procedure lasts about 20 to 30 minutes.
Okay,
maybe
so not super
even
long.
that long. 15
and there's
to 20.
no downtime after.
There's no downtime or recovery time. You may have a little bit of redness. You know, they're always going to warn you. Some people are more sensitive.
Yep.
I personally do not experience any of that.
Okay. Is it the same as BBL, broadband laser? Those two different
It would
things?
be very similar.
If they're looking for what to find, like if they're searching it online.
Correct.
Or looking
BBL or IPL, I believe, are very similar.
Okay.
Broad-based laser, exactly. The other thing that I've done is also known, it's PRP, platelet-rich plasma, also known as the vampire facial, which sounds kind of creepy.
Nice.
But it's
So interesting.
actually interesting because I like this because you're using what is already inside of your blood, which is the plasma, to then go back and put that on your face. And the plasma has all of the rich growth factors and all of the wonderful, things that help stimulate our skin to produce new skin and new collagen. So they actually draw blood, they spin the blood down, they take the platelet-rich plasma out of that, and then they go over the skin with what looks like a bit of a cheese grater.
Thank you for
because they want to just make like small microscopic holes in the face for there to be a place for them. Then they'll apply this, what your body has already made, and put that over your skin.
That's
and
so interesting.
Just let it sink in. Yeah.
And how does that feel when it's being done?
That is not painful, other than the blood draw, if you don't like that part, but that's really the hardest part.
Okay.
And it just feels like a little bit of microdermabrasion, not very tolerable.
No downtime?
No downtime. There,
I need to try this.
Could be some redness, could be some sensitivities if you have those.
This was on my goal setting actually
You
for this
should-
year because I have like a body things that I want to do just to, and I haven't done it, and you've been talking about it for a couple years now.
I will say that immediately afterwards you will see a brightening. You'll feel
I love that.
I feel like you feel, especially a couple days after, just a fresher surface of your face and a brightening of the skin.
Love that. Thank you for those tips.
You're welcome. So I do those periodically, and for me, I feel like they help me stay and feel my best.
You have beautiful skin.
Thank you.
Your face is gorgeous. Guys, thank you for joining the conversation today. We're so glad you're with us on this journey. And if you're not subscribing and getting these videos delivered directly to your inbox every Sunday night, you can do that by subscribing on our website, www.lifeafterkids.com. Follow us on social media, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Have a good one.